The consecration of Russia and Ukraine to the Immaculate Heart of Mary has been a success. Together with the Pope, from whom the initiative was taken, millions of Catholics, and certainly the entire world episcopate, have carried out this consecration. What Our Lady asked at Fatima has been fulfilled, and I'm sure that the result will be extraordinary. It's also served to demonstrate that still within the Catholic people there is a great faith. We are no longer in the time of St. John Paul II, when that faith was like a living fire that burned and illuminated the whole world. Now we are as if we were what remains after that fire, some embers, some coals covered by ashes. But this response of the Catholic people to the Pope's request has served to demonstrate that those embers, if the ashes are removed from them and they are blown a little and some dry firewood is placed next to them, they can become again a great fire that lights up everyone in the house. There is hope for Ukraine and Russia, and there is hope also for the Catholic Church, and of course always and only if we are by the hand of the Blessed Virgin Mary. But while what Our Lady promised in Fatima is fulfilled and that conversion takes place, the miracle of the conversion of the hearts of the warlords, Ukraine cities continue to be bombed. Thousands of civilians are killed. Millions have to flee their homes. And that tragedy, which has been going on for more than a month now, seems to have no end and even threatens to spread to other countries. Now, what is happening in Ukraine, this dreadful war, should not make us forget that there is another war. Maybe someone thinks that we should not compare both things. I repeat, what is happening in Ukraine is horrible. It has no justification, but it's not the only one. Every year, 73 million people are killed in the womb of their mothers, which has become the most dangerous place for human beings. Every year there are 73 million abortions in the world. Induced abortions, not spontaneous abortions. 73 million babies cannot be born. And besides, in many cases, this is legal and even a big business. That is another war that is not talked about. Not only that, but also, at least in some countries, at least the vast majority of the population is in favor of this killing of innocents. And they want to turn it, if they have not already done so, into a right. The absurdity is reaching the point that can be reached in one of the American states, Maryland, in which the legislators of that state are promoting a law in which if the baby has survived the abortion, it can be left to die, that is, killed after birth. They are promoting infanticide, after abortion infanticide, all legal, all business, or subsidized with taxpayers' money. What is happening in Ukraine is horrible. But the killings of innocents with abortion are also horrible, and almost nobody wants to look at them. As for Ukraine, the disaster, something positive is also taking place within that misfortune. The millions of refugees who have had to flee the country are being welcomed, especially in neighboring countries, and in a special way in Poland. Poland has sheltered more than 2 million Ukrainian refugees, and most of them have been received in their homes by Polish families, guided by their priests. The Catholic Church in Poland is doing a spectacular job of welcoming the Ukrainians. And why is this not talked about? Why is it not news? Spain has so far received around 15,000 Ukrainian refugees. Italy, 40,000. Germany, 200,000. The United States says they will receive about 100,000. Poland has 2 million. In each country, the media are excited with those refugees who arrive and are very proud to show the solidarity of their own countries. But Poland is not talked about. Poland, that carries more refugees than the rest, all the rest of the world together, is the great unknown. And why? We need to ask ourselves, because curiously, that country, which the West likes to mistreat because it is anti-abortion, because they say that their laws are anti-LGBT, that country is the most welcoming to those who come fleeing the tragedy of war. That Catholic country, because it is Catholic, rejects abortion. And because it is Catholic, opens the doors of their homes to those who have lost everything, because it is Catholic. But because it is Catholic, the example is given remains unknown. It is not interesting to talk in the West about what Poland is doing with the victims of the war in Ukraine. It is a tremendous hypocrisy, the one that is lived in many Western countries, tearing their clothes about the horrifying images that every day the media show us over and over again, but not saying anything about the massacres of abortion, and not saying anything about the fact that a Catholic country that rejects abortion is the country that, with more generosity, is the one that is helping those who have lost everything. That is hypocrisy. Let us ask the Lord, through the intercession of the Blessed Virgin Mary, of her Immaculate Heart, let us ask the Lord to end the war in Ukraine. We trust that the consecration that we have made united to the Pope will bring about this result, will produce this miracle. Let us ask the Lord through Our Lady's intercession for this miracle. But let us also ask for an end to the slaughter of abortion. And let us ask that in the West we may not be so hypocritical as not to want to see the good done by those who are Catholic, while we take pride in the little good things we do ourselves. See you next week, God willing.